Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Xbox Casuals, the Xbox podcast. I am one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is my handheld experience. That's $1,000, Josh Finney.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude! It is worse than I thought it was going to be.
That's one and a quarter Xbox Series X's, Josh.
I was bracing myself for like $850 or $900. Still thinking like, man, that's still insane, and I'll still wait for a sale. But like, okay, I didn't think they were actually going to go to 1,000. Like, when I saw the leaked UK pricing earlier from The Verge, I audibly went, "Oh no!"
Yeah, that's.
I saw it at lunch, and that was my only response was, "Oh no!"
I saw it at lunch.
I saw it at lunch, and it instantly ruined the taste of the Indian food that I had. So. Yeah. So let's start off with, we got a couple price changes in hardware to talk about. Before
cheaper, things are getting cheaper, right, Josh? It's six years in.
Man, back in my day, the further we went into a generation, consoles got cheaper.
Oh, they're not getting cheaper, Josh. They're
no.
Oh
no. We got to start with normal hardware first, okay? Because this honestly is the real crime. Let me find the story and pull this bullshit up. Where is it? Here we go. All right. So, last Friday afternoon news dump, by the way. Microsoft comes out and says they shared a statement with Windows Central saying, we are navigating an incredibly dynamic environment right now. We've assessed the changing macroeconomic environment and addressed the applicable impacts. We understand these changes are challenging and they are made with careful consideration. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and providing value for Xbox players. So they just did a price hike in May. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sony just did their price hike a couple weeks ago. Nintendo did one right around the time the Switch 2 came out. They hiked the price on Switch 1 units of all kinds. So a Series X after the last price hike was $600. It is now $650 for a Xbox Series X with a 1 terabyte hard drive and a disk drive. The Series S 512 gigabyte increased by $20 to $400 from $380. The 1 terabyte is $450 now, also had a price increase of $20. The Series X Digital has increased from $550 to $600. And here is the really, really, really bad one. The Galaxy Black 2 terabyte has gone from an already absolutely asinine $729.99 to $800. I want to know how the billion-dollar, like not even billion-dollar, trillion-dollar company cannot subsidize the hardware a little bit more. If that doesn't scream Xbox is exiting the hardware business, I don't know what else does.
Yeah, this just tells me obviously they're not making enough money off of hardware because they're not selling anything. So they're probably trying to sell the units they have left to move in the clear direction now that they are just kind of moving into the.
So my understanding is that this generation, the Series X, is selling roughly what the Xbox One did, which like not amazing, right? 40 million. I still personally like. I mean, I grew up in the era where GameCube sold like 19 million units. I do not think 40 something million is bad, but there's a reason why Microsoft doesn't release official statistics anymore on units, right?
Right.
It's because it's embarrassing. They are so far behind. They stopped doing it during the Xbox One era when PlayStation started pulling far enough ahead. And then once the Switch was out, they were just done. They didn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't blame them. You don't.
Well, they're kind of the leaders in the user engagement number now, right? I mean, they kind of started that metric that everybody kind of uses.
Well, yeah,
now.
And that's like you look at what they own, and that's really why, right?
Yeah.
Is because they own Call of Duty, they own Minecraft, they own World of Warcraft. Like those three alone are doing that for them. And then you've got Forza Horizon, you've got StarCraft. Well, StarCraft maybe not so much anymore. You've got Overwatch, you've got all these other Diablo 4. You've got all these other multiplayer games. And I get it, like ESO. God, I can't believe I almost forgot ESO. 76 is still chugging along there. Like you've got all these live service titles, they're the one company that has figured live service out of the big three, right?
Mm-hmm.
We say this all the time. That's the one thing that they continually do right, is they understand online gaming. So you look at this. No, listen. We all kind of suspected the next generation was going to be the last one for Xbox hardware. Like, even before the Series X did as bad as it has. Like, I know I just said that 40 million isn't bad. Like, it is kind of bad when you see the numbers that the Switch and the PS5 are putting up. It's pretty bad. Comparatively, it's bad. And like, Xbox sections are being taken out of stores and this and that. Like, Microsoft was looking to exit the hardware business, wants to outsource it. We heard those rumors. We speculated that the Asus deal and the Meta deals are a way to kind of test the waters there. It's insane to me that the mismanagement of the early 2010s, one, continues to haunt them, but two, wasn't ultimately the thing that did them in. It was tariffs. It was something that was completely and totally avoidable.
Yeah. I mean, I would,
yeah.
And it's so, I don't know, man. It just seems like, I understand that they're not selling the consoles, but I feel like, especially if you're trying to get rid of stock to move in this new direction, you would make it cheaper and just eat the costs at this point.
You would think so, but
just so you don't have. I mean, Costco's not selling them on in store anymore. Apparently, like,
yep, Costco has released an official statement saying that they will not be selling Xbox products anymore, consoles at least.
Mm-hmm.
They will not be selling them anymore, and I can't blame them, dude. Like, I don't think anybody is going in and buying an Xbox at this point,
right?
And I hate to be that. Like, Target and Walmart both. Walmart a little bit less. Target definitely has been moving in this direction for a while. They still keep the units there, but they sell almost no games. Everything's a game card now for them.
Yeah. I mean, even Best Buy, like, the Xbox section is literally like controllers and gift cards and game cards. Like, it's like almost an end cap, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Best Buy basically is like trimming down everything that is not, in terms of like actual games, that is not the Switch.
Yeah,
they're just kind of trimming them down, and it depends on like if your Best Buy is like nice or not. Like, the really nice Best Buys around us still have a pretty nice gaming section. Most of them, though, like even PS5, they're starting to take out.
Yeah, and
except for hardware, they have just shitloads of hardware.
Yeah, I mean, our Best Buy still has a lot of PlayStation 5 stuff, but our Best Buy is also huge and like one of the only ones in the area.
Yeah, like, when I say like they're starting to get rid of things, it's like they're selling less games.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving in that direction. The Switch, I think, is a little bit different because like the boxes inherently take up less room. And I think with shifting to game keys, I think retailers are gonna like care less and less, right? What I have noticed is an uptick in the promotion of handheld PCs and of PC graphic cards.
Yeah.
In like shops like my Best Buy.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really fascinating direction to go in. I know that there's probably better profit margins for them on things like that. Because, you're coming to buy a graphics card. Well, you're going to need all the other shit for that, right? And, well, we can sell pre-builds to you. We can sell monitors to you. Like, they ultimately stand to make a lot more money than a one-time console purchase.
Yeah.
So,
and like, I'm looking at like, I'm even looking at, and I was one of these people that it was never going to build a PC or anything, right? Like, I was strictly,
I will build one within the next 6 months.
I'm looking to build one. Yeah. Probably I would say within the next year, essentially.
I truly love my Xbox. I love the ecosystem. I would not do the show if I didn't. I will continue to probably buy one Xbox to have just in the living room. My partner has no desire to play on a PC.
Yeah,
she doesn't. And I mean, like, she plays games like Stardew, man. Like, I don't need to go build a PC for you to play Stardew. I'm sorry.
It all depends on what the next Xbox's hardware looks like, right?
Depends on
what I like end up doing, right? Because like,
yeah,
if it's an Xbox branded PC that makes it feel like a console experience, I will definitely go that route, right? But like, if it's just like, oh, we're making a Windows box that sits under your TV that boots into that, you know, the essentially that Xbox mode that the ROG Ally can boot up into, right? Like, man, I don't know. I'd rather have
I
something a
will.
little bit more powerful that I can use for other things.
Yeah, I'm not like as worried about that anymore. Simply because like I know that mine is going to be used a lot as like a media box, and I simply do not care for the PlayStation UI. I know that you can be like, oh
Yeah, dude,
Josh,
I
you know,
hate
you're
it.
just kind of burning money. Well, I don't really care for the PlayStation UI, and I don't like having to plug my controller in like every 3 hours. But like, seriously, all jokes
No,
aside,
I understand what you're
it's
saying.
it is at a point now where we're having to start having these discussions, and this is, I will give them props here. I think this is where the this is an Xbox marketing is actually really good,
Mm-hmm.
because I was having this conversation with a friend earlier, and he knows that I've held off on buying a Steam Deck for so long because I don't have a PC. I really wanted something that just ran Game Pass natively, because I do so much through my Xbox. Like that is my main gaming platform. Not just Game Pass, but like all my digital games are there. I mean, I've been buying digital games there since like what, 2010 at this
Mm-hmm.
point.
Yeah.
Like since they first started selling digital games and DLCs and stuff on the 360, like
Mm-hmm.
I've been accruing things for 15, 20 years now.
Yeah, me too.
I
And
don't
that's the other worrisome part too,
yeah,
is like, well, the 360 games, I'm not, granted, like I it's one of those things where like I know I'll probably never go back and play like
sure.
90% of them, but one day I might, like
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
learning
like
I'm learning about, especially now because I'm learning about the games that my kids like and what they're
mhm,
interested in, and it's like,
mhm.
well, I look at my Switch and like I've played more NSO, like the retro stuff, in the last couple months than I have the entire run of the entire life of the Switch.
Yeah,
So,
I look at it like that of, well, also at the same time, like so many of those games, if I really wanted to play them again, I could go buy them for like $2 on Steam probably at this point.
yeah,
So
there are
I'm not
just
a
games stuck on the 360, right? Though,
sure.
like all the Gears games except for the first one, essentially, right? Like, and
Yeah,
the
I
new
think
ones,
that's
but
where like I'm happy that I still like I have physical versions of those games,
hmm
because I got paranoid several years ago. I got paranoid about it, so I bought physical copies of those when they were like 99 cents a piece.
hmm
And of like first party games and like games that were really important to me, that I like, that wasn't necessarily like worried about backwards compatibility, but back when they were swearing there was going to be no backwards compatibility on the Xbox One, for instance.
hmm
And I went and bought a lot of them dirt cheap and just threw them into a box in my closet. I'll probably like take them out of the cases and put them into a CD wallet or something.
hmm
But I have those. I still have a 360 packed away that is in pretty good condition. It was bought shit at the very end of its life cycle. It was the one Chelsea bought it and only ever played Halo 4 and Minecraft on it so we could play together at the beginning
yeah,
of our relationship. So God, dude, we've been together since Halo 4 came out. That's insane. That's like actually insane.
it's a great game.
Anyways, yeah, phenomenal game. Um, but she bought one that Christmas, I believe, so that we could play together. That is the one that we kept and packed away. My day one 360 we sold because it was dying on me at the very end.
hmm
I sold the hard drive for it, but sold that. But like I kept it because I wanted to be able to play Guitar Hero and Rock Band and stuff, because those games are not backwards compatible, as you well know. So still have that, still have my Guitar Hero 2 wired guitar, the best one by the way. Still have all that because I cared about that, and I was like, okay, if I want to go back and play these, I can just hook this up. I know eventually I will have to get special, like I'm sure I would need them now, special converter cables for anything other than in my bedroom.
Yeah.
That's still an older 1080p TV. But I think that before Microsoft can like really say we're getting out of the hardware business, they have to solve the 360 and original Xbox backwards compatibility issues.
hmm
Even if you just say, hey, it's going to be digital only going forward because we want everything to be in a unified digital ecosystem, which I'm sure is where this is going eventually.
Oh, I'm sure.
I also need to know who's going to make that next console,
Yeah. Also, like, to be,
because it cannot be priced like this.
God, no. Also, to be fair, also, like, they are looking at the generations behind us at this point and not necessarily us in terms of backwards compatibility, who maybe didn't grow up on 360 like we did, right? So I don't know. I feel a certain way about it, but it just feels more and more like this direction is very clear the way they're going. And I don't know, maybe next year during the anniversary of Xbox, they'll make it more clear, but the backwards compatibility
it's not a great start to that anniversary, by the way.
No.
This is really dismal, and I'm not going to get on a political, high horse here or stand at the village square yelling. Again, we've made it really clear. If you listen to us, you know where we stand on things. This is the result of one man and his administration that have put these into effect, and Microsoft apparently has not gone and done enough groveling yet. So, I say this to say that, your actions and or inaction for that matter have consequences. And we are seeing some of those consequences play out right now. And, you may have thought like, oh, well, nothing will affect me. Well, it will, even if it's something as minuscule as your pastime. So like just kind of food for thought, I think. I sure hope this is the last time we see a price hike for it. If you do another price hike for Xbox, just go ahead and cancel the fucking brand. I'm sorry. Like, just go ahead and become a publisher. It's insane that I thought this was going to be a conversation I would have in like 5 to 8 years with somebody about like, man, I wonder if there's going to be another Xbox. Now I'm wondering if there's even going to be one next generation that's produced by Microsoft. Like, there will be a next generation one, but I'm wondering if it's even going to be made by Microsoft at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like
Asus really seems like Asus is going to make it. Or they're going to open it up. From what I read and understand, Asus is the kind of test bed here, and to let multiple manufacturers try their hand. The one thing I will say, and I think Microsoft still sees the value in this because they just updated it, released a bunch of new options for it for the design lab. I think that they see the value in keeping their controllers.
Yeah, I feel like it's the default for Windows at this point, right? Because you can even Steam at this point like recognizes it. So I mean, and I was looking at like I know that they're adding stuff for the DualSense right on Steam and that kind of thing, but you still need to download a bunch of drivers and do all these things to make it function.
Sure. And I'm sure, like, as we go into the next generation, that is going to be one of the defaults in Steam, will be whatever the next controller is, because now with Sony releasing their games on Steam, it has to be a thing. And, like, them knowing that is, like, the predominant home console at this point, right? For higher end gamers, at least.
Yeah.
It is just it's one of those things. And like we're talking about pricing, we got to talk about the Ally X here. The Ally and Ally X pricing came out just before we went live, and oh boy, it's just as bad as we thought. The Xbox Ally, described as the essential handheld for everyone from the casual player to the avid enthusiast, will be available for $600 USD. That is already on par with a 1 terabyte OLED Steam Deck, by the way. And that's $100 more expensive than the Mario Kart Switch 2 bundle. The Ally, and it's straight up, it's more powerful than the Switch 2. Let's be honest. Okay, it's more powerful. Than the Switch 2. The Ally X, the ultimate high performance handheld built for the most demanding players, $1,000 before tax. Holy fuck. So I do not understand the law. Again, if it was a different, I do not understand what warrants a $400 price increase here, by the way. That's an entire Series S. That's an entire PS5. That's a Switch 2. Like, you could legitimately buy a Series X or a PS5 and a Switch 2 and save money.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would buy that. Even a hardcore enthusiast, I have no idea why anybody would buy this. I can't. That price, this thing is DOA. It is DOA 100%. I need Microsoft to not take the message that nobody wants a handheld Xbox away from this, which I'm sure is going to be the takeaway because they're dumb as shit over there, apparently. Satya Nadella is a fucking moron. I'm sorry. Like, he's an idiot. Whoever's talking to him and, like, getting into his ear about how they need to, like, keep slashing the budget over at Xbox is a fucking moron.
I mean, I understand like when he took over, right? Like cloud was the
Please,
big
please sell the fucking division. Please sell it if you're gonna
here.
strip it for parts. Please just sell it to somebody who cares.
Here's the thing. He came from the cloud division, right? Like the
I
Azure
think so.
division
I think
for
so.
from Microsoft. And so convincing him to keep the Xbox brand by investing in cloud was a no-brainer at that point, right? But
Sure.
now that cloud is like, okay, we've gotten through the cloud stuff in terms of just like basic computing, right? And now X Cloud is what it is at this point. It's
Still getting plenty of performance increases and updates.
yeah. I mean, my nephews use it a lot, and
Mhm.
I mean,
I dabble in it
it's
from
a
time to
good
time.
thing.
I like it.
But the tech industry has moved away from cloud computing to artificial intelligence, clearly, right? And so
Yeah.
I don't think he knows how to handle the AI stuff correctly, which is why they have fumbled so badly.
Yeah.
I mean, as somebody who
Everything
works,
that's not Azure has been fumbled at this point.
yeah, somebody who works in the tech industry and reading the Microsoft news in general about their AI initiatives and what they're trying to do is they've fumbled so badly that they have shifted from AI proper to like moving into the infrastructure to make other AI happen because they fumbled it so badly. Um, and that has unfortunately cost a lot of people their jobs, including Xbox and a lot of their studios, which have nothing to do with this.
Microsoft's laid off like 9,000 people in the last year alone.
I mean, I think it's been more than that.
I think it has been. I'm being extremely conservative with that guess. I think it's actually 5 digits, but
I think it's like more like 20
I
or
don't
25.
I don't have the mental capacity to go pull numbers on firings
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. And so like the point being though is like Xbox's direction that they were moving in is suffering because Microsoft can't make a good decision. And I don't really pin that. I know a lot of people are like to pin that on Phil or Sarah, right? But like I don't pin this on them. I pin this on higher
I
Microsoft management at this point.
I do pin some of this on Phil, and I wanna say this as gently as I can because I love Phil. Phil has been in charge since what, 2014, 2015-ish is
Hmm.
when he took over.
Yeah.
He had to rebuild an entire division that Don Matrick and them stripped for parts. Remember when they went all in on Connect? Like that was one of the things, and then the disastrous Xbox One reveal of
Oh
TV,
yeah.
TV, TV. And we joke all the time, like Xbox is just like kind of early to the party all the time. That's kind of
Hmm.
how it feels now, is that they were early to the party with TV shit.
Hmm.
But he's had a decade to build this up, and to be clear, I still firmly believe that Activision Blizzard was forced on him. I think that every acquisition up until then was Phil's decision, including Bethesda. I think Bethesda was 100% his. There is no way that Satya Nadella went, I want you to go buy Bethesda.
Right.
That is 110% something that Phil Spencer said, hey, we have an opportunity to get this. Look at this storied history we have with them. We got to do this.
Hmm.
We got to do it.
Yeah.
So Phil has been responsible for some of the greatest successes, I think. Like, it should absolutely be commended about how he has turned that division around in terms of first party development and publishing. But it took 10 years to get there.
Hmm.
It took 10 years because they didn't invest money for so long. Like, those are the moves he made in 2018, 2019, things like that are things that should have been done back in 2014, 2015.
Hmm.
You never thought to realize we don't have internal studios. We should probably get some. You never had that fleeting thought before. Like, I think we all forget that Phil's job before becoming the head of Xbox was he was in charge of first party development.
Yeah, which is
Like,
what Matt Booty's job now, right? So
yeah, you were basically second in command to Matrick and whoever else was up there. Like, you were still one of the key decision makers here, and you, like, I mean, I'm sure that there was some advocacy behind the scenes, but like, dude, you're telling me you were that drowned out and you didn't leave? Really? Like, neither option is great. Either you didn't leave when you saw what they were doing to the brand that you claim to love so much, or you were willingly complicit. Those are the two options here. And it's really fucking frustrating for me to say that. And I hate saying this because we are finally at a point where we are consistently getting games.
Yeah.
We are finally there this year. Next year's lineup looks great, at least on paper. We'll see how much of it actually comes out. Like, for all the fumbles that they've had with the layoffs, with the closing down of the initiative, the closing down of Tango, and then the selling of Tango, the closing down of Arcane Austin, laying like 3,000 people off, like, they have still had some great successes this generation. Indiana Jones, Forza Horizon 5, there have been successes, and it's just too little too late at this point.
Mm-hmm.
If these successes were happening at the end of the Xbox One or beginning of the Series X, it would be different. You've been stagnant, though, for the most part, with the exception of this year, Q4 of last year, and the back half of 2021. You have been pretty much stagnant for a decade. Yeah. Releasing maybe 2 first-party games a year, and they weren't even good quality most of the time. Let's be honest. How many times have we sat here and played an Xbox first-party game and we're like, damn, this needed like 4 to 6 more months in the oven to iron out the kinks? And we'd bump it up another percentage point.
We've said it a lot over the years.
We said it a lot.
I mean, we've said it on shows that we don't do anymore.
Yeah, like, that's how far back this goes. And it's just the same old song and dance. And at a certain point, you just get tired of it. And making your hardware more expensive, to loop this all back to hardware, making your hardware more expensive makes that line even thinner than it was already. Like, you have no margin for error. I will say this. The one thing they seem to have done correctly over the last year when it comes to hardware and digital distribution is, thank God you pivoted last year into multi-platform. We questioned it on this show, even, a couple episodes ago. Like, man, what if they had just waited until after Indiana Jones to announce going multi-platform? Well, now it looks like a fucking slam dunk that they did it, because that's the only thing that's going to make them money. Those games are selling gangbusters on PS5 right now.
Oh, I know. I mean,
they're selling gangbusters
they already
on Steam.
I mean, I don't know if it was announced already or what, but there's already, like, Forza Horizon 6 is coming to PlayStation shortly after.
Yes, they've already announced it.
Yeah. So I saw Insider Gaming, and I never know if it's true or if it's a rumor.
If it's Tom Henderson, we can pretty much believe it. But no, they put an official blog post. So we'll go get the Forza here in a few minutes. When they did the reveal this morning, they did not say it during the show. I found that very interesting. They did not say it during the show. They put it at the very end of the blog post, and it said it will launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. I want to find the exact wording because I found the wording interesting here. Okay. So Forza Horizon 6 will launch first on Xbox consoles and PC in 2026. With the excitement for this franchise on other platforms, Playground and Turn 10 are working together to bring Forza Horizon 6 to PlayStation 5 post-launch. I found this really interesting because normally they list out Xbox Series X and Series S. Now, I wonder if they're doing this because it's going to be part of cloud, and it's Play Anywhere, and it's going to be on the Ally, and this and that. Like, but my tinfoil hat started going, and like, oh, Jesus Christ, please tell me you're not going to try and launch a console next year. Like, I've long believed that 2026 was going to be the one, but holy crap, please don't do it next year. Please don't do it right now.
I mean, it really it's starting to feel that way.
You can't. You literally cannot. That thing is going to be $1,000.
I mean, you launch a console with, your 4 biggest franchises.
I mean, you would have, theoretically, next fall, you would launch that console, because I don't think Gears is going to be held for next fall. I think Gears is coming out before that. You would theoretically launch that console with the next Modern Warfare game from Infinity Ward, the CE remake, Horizon 6 in Japan, which is one we've begged for since the inception of Horizon, and then the return of Fable.
And then I'm sure next gen version of Gears will...
I'm sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, there'll be a free upgrade for Gears. I personally think that next year we are going to see Clockwork Revolution and State of Decay 3. Like your year is wide open until you get to like September.
Yeah.
So I know everybody is going to avoid the GTA spot, but I mean, even that was a story that came out a couple days ago. Apparently, Tom Henderson said that he over at Insider Gaming said he believes that that's going to get delayed and that they're going to announce it at their earning calls in November. That they're going to delay it to next November. And if they do that, then I think you're going to see a bum rush to get everything out before the end of October.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that's neither here nor there. It just becomes it comes to a point like Xbox hardware is already a laughing stock, right, of the gaming industry. Has been that we are a terminally online society. People who were, like 12, 13 when they saw, the Xbox One flub at E3 and at the reveal are now in their mid 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have only ever grown up with PlayStation because guess what? When we were kids, all three were worth playing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God, we had Dreamcasts. Okay. Like,
I still have my Dreamcast.
All four were worth playing. So
Dreamcast, what a console! Happy birthday to Dreamcast!
But it's like those same people now, like they also grew up with thinking Nintendo was a joke, and Nintendo reinvented themselves with the Switch, right? Mm-hmm. And for a lot of people, for a lot of like hardcore gamers, it took a while. It took a while to win them over. It was winning over kids and families, but we were like, I think a lot of us were like, oh god, this is gonna be another Wii situation. Like we're like, oh, it launched with a Zelda game that's really good, and you got a couple other hits. Oh, Smash is coming. Is this actually going to sustain the momentum? And I think, funny enough, I think the pandemic is what solidified it for a lot of people, right? That kind of gave it that second wind. It was already selling phenomenally beforehand. I don't want to take anything away from it, but I think that's where like the hardcore audience was like, okay, there's enough here now that I'm just going to go ahead and buy one now because I'm trapped at home. And there's so many games I can catch up playing now, right? And I think that's where a lot of the complaints about the Switch 2's library has come from and this and that. It's neither here nor there. With that console, though, you still knew you were getting, even if it was just like a banger Nintendo game each year, you were getting something. And they had a little bit for everybody, right? PlayStation has kind of gone down to just having like 2 or 3 bigger games a year. But look at their first party. I want you to look at their first party output since 2021. We're not going to include 2020. It's cross gen, everything else. I mean, you had Last of Us, you had Last of Us Part 2, you had Ghost of Tsushima, Demon Souls, Miles Morales, Sackboy. Like you had Astro's Playroom. You had a great lineup in 2020, right? Not taking anything away from 2020. 2021, you had Ratchet and Clank and Returnal. You only had 2 games. 2023, you have Horizon Forbidden West, you have God of War Ragnarok, you have Gran Turismo 7. Since Ragnarok came out in November 2022, they have only released a handful of first-party games. But every single game, even if you go into that year, both Forbidden West and Ragnarok were Game of the Year contenders, largely across the board. The games they have released since then, Spider-Man 2, Astrobot, Helldivers 2, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei comes out next week, right? Stellar Blade, and Rise of the Ronin. Out of all of those, Rise of the Ronin is like the only one that didn't get like an 8.5 or higher on Metacritic, I think.
Yeah.
That's an insane quality bar. Like, yeah, people memed on them for only having Spider-Man 2 as its, game in 2023. It didn't fucking matter. Yeah. Concord flopping ultimately didn't matter. Like, did that change how they're going to make games? Hell yeah, it did. They're going to quadruple down on what they do good now.
Right.
But like next year looks to be a banger. Next year is going to be their most packed year of the generation. Which is how I know we're getting to the end of a PlayStation generation, is they're going to have like 5 exclusives next year.
Yeah, plus like, I mean, obviously a lot of that was going towards their game as a service initiative that kind of hasn't.
Yep. That's why Intergalactic is going to be like 2027 at best.
Yeah.
So when I look at them, when I look at PlayStation and I look at Nintendo, these are companies that have way less margin for error than Microsoft does with the Xbox. And yet Microsoft is the one playing it fucking safe all the time. They're the ones who are like, well, we don't really do hardware. Like, dude, you spent how much money on acquiring all these studios? Like, we always preach, like, it takes time to spin up studios and spin up projects and this and that. Like, holy shit, why am I not seeing any promos for Keeper? Keeper is 3 weeks away. I know
because
that's probably a quirkier game to promote, but Nintendo would have had it at 2 fucking directs by now. PlayStation would have done like a 10-minute segment on it in their last state of play.
I mean, we all know who their head of marketing is.
Dude, if I gotta see Fuckboy talk one more time about, oh, it's such an honor to be in Japan, shut the fuck up and go do your job, my guy. Yo, Ninja Gaiden 4's marketing, they have a sword you can't buy.
Yeah,
That was their big marketing push for it.
that's what I'm saying. That's all they ever do is market stuff you can't buy.
I was shocked. I was shocked seeing there's going to be Ninja Gaiden 4 controller options in the design lab. I saw one tweet about it. One. From Xbox, and I damn near missed it.
Yeah. It's annoying. It's really annoying.
It's a fucking travesty. Look at how PlayStation markets their games. Look at how Nintendo markets their games. Look at how any major third party does outside of Ubisoft, and fucking tell me that Xbox is even close to that. I'm so tired of they have this awesome campaign before the consoles come out, and then it's fuck all for the next 5 years. The only thing that gets consistent promotion over there anymore is Call of Duty, and it pisses me off.
I mean,
I understand why Call of Duty gets such a big push. I truly do. I understand it. That is, it is a 1 for the shareholders, 3 for us trade-off, right? Pushing Call of Duty is probably what's letting them keep things like Double Fine going. It's probably what's letting Clockwork Revolution keep going. It's what probably was letting them fund the initiative for so fucking long.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where it's absolutely pathetic when you see what other companies are doing with much tighter margins than what Microsoft has. Xbox is a tax write-off for fucking Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's what they are. And dude, I don't know what you got to do. You can't get rid of Game Pass now. My whole pitch was going to be going into next year. Hey, maybe we should start easing off. Maybe you could ease off on the day one titles and, reduce the price a little bit or something. Keep that ultra premium plan for people who still want all that stuff day one, but maybe reduce it back down to $10 for those of us who are you know what? I'm okay with buying the occasional game.
Mm-hmm.
So
or waiting for games that you're not super excited for.
Yeah, and it's funny that it's ironic that I'm saying that now with their games coming out, right? But I think that's why you saw a price increase partially is because they're oh shit, now we got to pay for all this. Yeah. Call of Duty only gets us so much money.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Game Pass would have been, better for them if budgets were $50 million, $60 million, not 100, 200, 300 million dollars, depending.
Yeah, on I'd love to see how much some of these games cost, but also it's one of those things where I feel at the same time Game Pass is able to keep existing like it does. One, because they hike the price, right? But two, they are putting almost everything to PS5 now.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I don't care. That was always my pitch when they went multi-platform was as long as we have a window of exclusivity with non-sequels, I'm okay with it. Your flagship franchises, your Forzas, your Gears, your Halos, I think all that should have an exclusivity window of 12 months on Xbox consoles. Maybe on Steam. Maybe you put it on Steam still too, because you're not going to not do day one on Steam. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But you're giving people a choice of hey, if you have a PC and you want to play, you could still play this on Steam. And guess what? It's going to sell gangbusters on Steam. Almost every Xbox game that goes there does.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the trade-off that has to happen, then fine. But there has to be a reason to still own an Xbox console. And as somebody who has been ardently diehard an Xbox guy for 20 years now, I've never had less of a reason to tell somebody to go out and buy an Xbox than I do now. And I have fought the good fight since the Xbox One released. I've been fighting the good fight, trying to convince people there's still a reason. This year's the first year where I've gone, just build a PC or buy a PS5.
Yeah.
Just do it. Wait a little bit. There's not enough games to play anyways.
Yeah.
So my pitch to everybody is go build a PC. Go build a PC. I think Sony will cave in the next couple of years and start putting things day and date that are not multiplayer games on Steam. But right now they know they can still get the double dippers.
Yeah. I wonder
the Square Enix method.
here the thing for me, right, with PC stuff is like there's a whole group of people that want just to plug in their console and play it and be done, right?
Mm-hmm. And
And
that's how I am.
Windows clearly isn't like that yet, but if Xbox can figure out your Microsoft, which who knows, because
Jason Ronald, our Lord and Savior, please.
Yeah, I mean, if they can figure all that out and get it to work, like that could be a real PC gaming game changer at that point, right? So,
yeah,
yeah,
like legitimately could change the entire look of gaming.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see how that goes.
And then Xbox would look like, or Microsoft would look like a genius at that point 5 years from now.
Well, and I mean, like they're quick to a lot of things. You know, we talk about how they were quick, they were early, but they weren't wrong about online gaming from your living room.
I mean, they put an Ethernet port in the original Xbox, which was
yes.
How many people had that?
Can you imagine if Halo had Xbox Live at launch? Like, holy shit. Like, I really think that, like, reality would have been altered at that point.
I mean, Rainbow Six 3 was huge, and that was like, and that was like nothing compared to Halo.
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's one of those things where I hope they get it figured out, but right now, like, man, anybody going to buy a console, like, no kid is going to get an Xbox at this point, and I don't blame them. I've always felt that Xbox is the console that you get for like a teenager or above.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to buy a family console at this point, you're buying a Switch, because let's be real, Sony doesn't have a ton of offerings. They have Spider-Man and they have Astrobot. That's about it.
You mean Wolverine's not going to be kid friendly?
Oh my dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! We're gonna talk state of play.
I love playing a game where there's so much blood on the screen I can't see what's going on.
Let's get out of our rant about hardware, about pricing. Do you have anything else to say about any of this?
It's disappointing, but you know, I know that a lot of the Xbox faithful and even the loud people that are complaining about it, they either have already purchased their Xbox, right, because they're hardcore, or they're just the loud internet people. It still sucks, right? Like, increasing the price sucks on a product anyway, but like, I feel like everybody who's bought one has probably bought one already.
Yep.
And then like I said, like, the generation behind us is, I mean, I didn't want to believe it either, but like,
they're most of them are going to PC, honestly.
My nephews, right? Like, they want to Switch 2 and they want a PC. That's what they want.
Yep.
You know, that's and
PC
that
players at this point are more and more willing to wait on playing those PlayStation games.
Mm-hmm. And you've told me, or you've been saying on this show forever, that like the future is PC and Switch. That's the future.
The Switch is purely because Nintendo is Nintendo. Like, I do not think that means Nintendo is invincible, because we've had the discussion plenty of times that had the Switch not been the hit that it was, we would have had a very similar conversation about Nintendo over the last few years.
I mean, they just put out a new mobile game yesterday. Did you see that? New Fire Emblem.
I did see that. It's their first mobile game in like 5 years.
Yeah. I was like, holy. Apparently it's not very good, but
still. Like, after the Wii U, we were having these conversations about Nintendo. Like, it's never too late to turn around. But I think given the economic environment right now and the way that the landscape has changed since 2016, 2017, it is night and day. It is a totally different environment out there. And I don't think there's any shame if you decide to stop making first-party hardware. You should have shame in how it got to this point, but it was certainly hastened by decisions that were far beyond your control.
I mean, I know this was a different era, but look how well Sega has turned out.
Sure.
You know, I mean, obviously it took them a while to get there, and they went through some growing pains, but like, I would argue they're in better position.
Microsoft is way better equipped than they were.
I would argue Sega's in better position now to have a home console than they were when the Dreamcast came out. But, you know, with the franchises that they own, Persona, Yakuza, Sonic, you know, I mean, those are like great franchises, but obviously they sell so well because they're multi-platform and people, you know, whatever. But they're in a great position
Well, I mean,
regardless.
even Sega took a while to get some of their acquisitions to get like Atlas in line to go
Mm-hmm.
multi-platform and RGG.
Yeah,
And
and that was their former parent company, Sammy, who bought them, right? And then Sega
both
split off.
Atlas and RGG have said that like the Xbox deals is what proved to them that going multi-platform was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I hope that somebody comes in and makes a kick-ass piece of hardware that, and hey, if it is a Windows PC in my living room, then so be it. Like if it boots up into a mode like that, I'm okay with that.
That's that. Let me back up before I have a stroke or whatever I was just doing. As long as it can boot up into like a console like state,
yes,
and the backwards compatibility thing is solved, then
I'm all for it.
It
has to be an actual box and not a streaming box, though.
Yeah.
I want to make that very
no.
clear.
It's got to be a real piece of hardware with a drive in it that you can have local downloaded games, or
While
I
we're
think
talking about like optimization and stuff, I do want to like flag something that was said by the Battlefield 6 team last week by DICE. They said that they had so many problems running it on the Series S that when they got it to run on the Series S like efficiently, it helped them optimize the game for every other platform because they knew they had to make it run on the Series S for the parity clause.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't help but think that that is helping a lot of these bigger developers develop for like getting things Steam Deck approved, and now the Ally and the Switch 2. Like I think that's why some third-party games are going to be Switch 2 ready, is because they're already having to develop for the Series S, and the specs aren't identical, but they are fairly close.
Yeah, I mean,
so at least in dock, and I should clarify that in docked mode they are fairly close.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws on Switch 2.
Runs phenomenally. Apparently,
it's dude. It's like
they also had a full year to optimize it, so it better run well.
Yeah, but I mean, like the ray tracing, because the Snowdrop engine from Ubisoft is built around the ray tracing. Like that's literally the whole point of using it at this point, and like it looks and runs really great. So
and runs fantastically.
Yeah,
I genuinely may double dip down the line when it's on sale for like $20.
Yeah, I mean they're only selling it for 40 now.
I know, but
I mean not that you want to double dip for 40, but I'm saying if you're looking for something, to play on your Switch 2.
I think that also bodes well for its potential performance on Steam Deck and or Ally. So
yeah.
All right, let's move into a couple of other big stories that we have today that are not hardware and depression related. Well, we have a couple more depressing stories to get to, actually. I should speak too quickly. Trying to figure out what I can like knock off here. That's TGS related. We'll do that in a minute. Oh geez, like all this is TGS except for this. We got more details about Perfect Dark's cancellation. This was with outlet MP First that this was shared with. I'm going to say full disclosure, I do not know the accuracy of MP First as like a primary source, but I'm going off this from Pure Xbox.
I've actually heard that website pop up a couple times recently.
I have too, and that's what's making me a little cautious.
Yeah.
But I'm not just outright throwing it out. So some of the details, they say that they have seen documentation that says the initiative was working on Vertical Slice 1 of Perfect Dark as recently as April 2025. Holy shit, we were still making vertical slices. The name suggests it was a playable proof of concept and said to belong to Season 1, meaning Perfect Dark was likely going to be episodic as previously rumored. Documentation referred to an adrenaline system that would regenerate and give you abilities such as healing, increased damage, slowing down time, and various other powerful perks. Okay, that feels like it would fit with a Perfect Dark reboot. Primary inspiration for the approach was the HBO series Westworld, which successfully reimagined a classic property for a modern audience while exploring fresh new themes and concepts. Fuck, man. They referred to it as eco sci-fi. Man, some of these concept art images, this is like my dream game. I'm so mad that I'll never get to play this. I'm genuinely so mad.
Yeah, it's
it looks so fucking
sad.
cool too. Like it just, but I mean, dude, listen, if you were still supposedly working on Vertical Slice 1 in April of this year, yeah, I'm not shocked you got shut down. This game was playable in a state back in January 2020. For those of you keeping track at home, just before the COVID shutdowns, Phil Spencer was photographed playing games at the Initiative. The game got rebooted twice after that, to my knowledge.
So crazy, dude.
I believe this is reboot 2 or 3 that we were talking about here. The timeline gets a little fuzzy after Rebecca Valentine's report from 2 showcases ago. The timeline gets a little funky. I don't know how you do that, and then you're surprised that your studio gets shut down. So Daryl Gallagher shared a statement a couple of days ago about this on LinkedIn. I can't believe I had to go to LinkedIn for this. After an incredible journey, my time at Xbox has come to a close with the wind down of Perfect Dark and the Initiative. I couldn't be prouder of the talented and passionate team I had the privilege to assemble and lead. Together, we set out to reimagine an iconic franchise and pour creativity, craft, and dedication into every step of the way. The public reception and excitement for what we were building has been inspiring and deeply appreciated by all of us. This chapter is ending sooner than hoped. The spirit, talent, and achievements of the team will live on well beyond the project. I'm grateful to Xbox for the opportunity, partners for their support, and the community for their belief in what we were creating. I leave with nothing but pride in what we accomplished together and excitement for what's next, both for myself and the amazing devs I was fortunate enough to work with. Here's to new adventures and celebrating the journey we've shared. Man,
sounds like
I was so excited when they hired him too.
I know.
I still maintain that was an awesome hire, but they should have started them with a much smaller game.
Yep.
And just scaled up to this. There's a space for a game like this and everything, and instead it's just going to be, and this is not a knock on IO at all, because I love IOI's games. IOI is the only studio doing anything like remotely close to this, and it's not even close. So yeah. Like Splinter Cell is dead, Deus Ex is dead.
Yep.
Like
Perfect
Dark had an amazing opportunity. Like Arcane Austin got shut down. You had an amazing opportunity for a new take on the immersive sim here, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, Dishonored's not happening anytime soon.
This goes back to what we've said so many times: is that I love how hands off Phil is, but this is another spot where I think he shares some blame. He has to know he has to be more hands on. I thought Redfall would have proven that to him.
Yeah.
I thought how long Ninja Theory took to make a 5-hour game would have proven that to him.
Yeah.
I would think that, leaving Double Fine to their devices is one thing, right? Leaving your quadruple A studio, as they were being called.
Especially since they've never made a game before, and this is the first time the team is working together, theoretically, right? Like
so much turnover in that. Certain Affinity helped them at first, and then they got replaced by Crystal Dynamics, and
they cost half of Crystal Dynamics their jobs.
Which is ironic that used to be Daryl Gallagher's studio too.
Yeah,
it says a lot to me that Certain Affinity got out of Perfect Dark and went to go fix Halo, and they clearly still have a decent relationship with Xbox if they're doing that. Something had to have happened behind the scenes with that game at that studio. I can't wait for Jason Schreier to write a book on this, or at least a chapter in his next book, because that's going to be
it's going to be a whole series. You're going to be waiting for book 2 and 3.
Man, it's a fucking bummer. It's a fucking bummer. I was so excited for this game, but this does to me, like, if this documentation is real, we have to say if, we have to take it with a grain of salt. If that documentation is real and this was supposed to be episodic and they were still working on episode 1 after all this time, then yeah, you deserve to have your game canceled. I'm sorry. People didn't deserve to lose their jobs. I really wish that they could find a way to wind this project down and, maybe cancel the studio and, get rid of the studio head without firing everybody else involved.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly things were going wrong. And I think that this proves that as much as I like Daryl for the 2 Tomb Raider games he put out at Crystal Dynamics, I think that this just shows that Cory Barlog was so important in getting that first one off the ground. And the groundwork was already laid for number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to wonder if this is a Daryl thing. Is he just that bad at managing people? But this is a common thread with Xbox Studios. We saw this happen with Undead Labs also. They had a whole fucking thing at Undead Labs that we've gone into before.
Yeah.
At this point, that game coming out will be a miracle. So a lot of miracles needing to happen for Team Xbox lately. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, something that is a miracle though that came true for them.
What's that, Josh?
Hideo Kojima is making an Xbox game, Corey. I can't believe that I still get to say that and it has not gotten canned.
OD.
Dude, this teaser looks awesome.
It looks scary. It looks like what he probably wanted to do for PT, right?
This is very Silent Hills coded, yes.
So,
oh my lord, dude. That Beyond the Strand showcase was so funny. It like went back and forth between like just some of the dumbest shit you've ever seen and like, oh my god, this sounds cool, and like Fizzant, like the first details about that, and the casting sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And it's very funny that he basically looked at Konami and said, okay, I can't make Metal Gear and Silent Hills anymore. Fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, Thanos.
Dude, what? I'm so excited. I still think this is the Stadia game. I'm still convinced this is the Stadia game.
What, OD? It's
yeah.
I feel like it's the Stadia game.
They're
literally using the cloud for stuff, right? I mean, that was the agreement, right, with Microsoft to use the cloud technology that they were probably trying to use for Crackdown.
Have you heard about like some of the shit that he's saying around that? Like he wants to be the first person to scan an actual ghost into the
I saw that
game. And I'm
he
just
says
like,
some weird shit, man.
Dude, fucking love Kojima's so fucking weird, and like I love just how weird he is because like I mean, has Kojima made a bad game? Like that's a real question. Has he ever made a bad game? And the answer is no. By the way. That's a rhetorical question. Like,
I'm the wrong person to ask that.
Depending on how you feel about Death Stranding, I guess. Has Kojima ever made a bad game? The answer is no.
I did just buy Death Stranding Director's Cut on the Xbox, and I bought the Metal Gear Volume 1 collection because I've never played any of those games. So
I think I might still have Twin Snakes from my GameCube packed away somewhere. I adore Metal Gear 1 and 2. 3, ironically, which a lot of people love, I never really clicked with, but I digress. I think it's very funny that he basically went, okay, Sony, you're getting Fizzant. Xbox, you're getting OD. The rumor, I mean, this has been a rumor for years, right? That going back to the very first time that we saw the OD name leak, which was before, or it was right with the announcement of him coming to make a game for Xbox. It leaked out that summer, and it was like called Overdose, not OD.
Yeah.
And it was claimed to be an episodic game. Those claims are resurfacing that it sounds like Kojima is making like he's going to oversee the whole thing, but like part 1 is specifically his thing. Like Jordan Peele is involved in this. We know that from the Game Awards reveal.
I heard that they like Jordan Peele might be doing like the movie or like the video portions of this.
The rumor is that he may be doing episode 2 apparently of OD.
There's a lot of interesting possibilities here.
Line you up for Guillermo del Toro to come in and do part 3 potentially.
Yeah, maybe
another
he'll be
Kojima lover and collaborator, as long as it's not old boy who made Kong Skull Island. I think I'll be pretty happy.
Hey man, don't hate on Kong Skull Island.
You all know how I feel about Jordan Vogt Roberts at this point, but yeah, no, this looked awesome. This was totally worth like staying up until forever to watch this. I was very excited to watch this. So I do think that this is probably aiming for either super late next year or early 27. If this comes out next year, like that might just be the best year on record for Xbox ever.
Yeah.
We already talked about all the stuff that we think is coming next year. Well, that they've already flat out said that 5 of those games are next year. And I can't imagine Clockwork isn't, considering what an extended look we got of it at Summer Showcase.
Yeah.
Man, if you can also get like the first episode of OD out, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this. I'm not a huge horror fan, like outside of like I love Resident Evil. But outside of that, I'm not a huge horror fan. Definitely not a huge Silent Hill fan. I will be playing. I will be seated for a Kojima game on the Xbox. So,
yeah, I'm really. I need
And this
to that
real trailer. So to me, that screams we've probably got about less than 2 years before this is out. That's how Kojima likes to promo his games.
Yep.
Unless
So
you're Death Stranding, and then he teases you for like 8 years. So
I like how I like how Death Stranding is like super hyper realistic looking the game, and then they go and make an anime that's like the opposite of what it looks like.
I'm very excited.
I mean, I think it's a great direction for him, right?
I do.
Because it kind of fills that void between games and movies that he clearly loves, and he can kind of do his Kojima thing and do whatever he wants in it because it's animated. But it's just funny, like the stark difference. So.
Well, all right. Let's move into TGS. We're going to talk.
TGS.
We'll talk very briefly about the other two showcases that happened. This last time we did an episode. All right, man. We gotta go in on obviously the only announcement that really matters. We got a tease. We did not see any gameplay or anything, but we got the confirmation Forza Horizon 6, 2026, Japan.
Looks cool.
Let's fucking go. I can't wait.
The weather changing is coming back.
Yep. So I've got the article pulled up on Xbox Wire about some of the questions. These are answers from Don Arcetta, who is the art director, and cultural consultant Kyoko Yamashita. Man, for a long time, Japan has been at the top of Horizon fans' wish lists. We're excited to finally be able to bring this much requested location of players in Forza Horizon 6. As with any Horizon game, we want to make sure we do the country justice in terms of authentic representation and Horizon open world playability, and now is the right time to realize that fully for players. It feels as though the technical side can keep up with representing Japan correctly, and Playground's team also comes armed with a huge amount of experience from previous games. For instance, the Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels DLC helped us develop the elevated roads of Tokyo City in Forza Horizon 6. I think that's a really, really cool detail. I like that. Yamashita adds, Japan is just naturally interesting place to make your way around, saying, I love the coexistence of Japan, a neighborhood shrine beside a small workshop beside a neon arcade, traditional and modern on the same block. There's so much scope and inspiration to be explored with Japan, and the richness felt like a natural fit. We're not announcing too much in detail in terms of location detail right now. We're excited to show fans the true breadth of beauty, both natural and urban, that Japan has to offer. From neon lights and towering buildings to Tokyo City, one of our most detailed and layered environments to date, to the serenity and natural beauty of Japan's rural and mountain areas, we think players will be blown away by the open world of Japan. We're not necessarily trying to recreate Japan and its environments for like. Our goal has always been to capture the unique cultural essence and present it in the most Horizon way possible. Trying to see what else. Japan is widely loved, but it can also be widely misread when you only see it from afar, Yamashita explains. The team wanted to present more than a postcard or a backdrop. They wanted a lived-in world. Having a cultural consultant early helps you make 1,000 small, respectful decisions. How a neighborhood sounds, even what a sign color communicates about a shop. Those small choices add up to credibility and help avoid stereotypes while also making it a truly immersive experience for players. We were asking questions like, what would the street feel like at dusk in late summer, or what sound anchors this scene? Traffic or a station chime? Of course, there's stuff about car culture here. They're going to have a lot of Japan ones. And changing seasons are back, like you said. So I'm very, very, very excited. This is going to be awesome. They are not showing this again until early 26, so obviously we're going to see this at Developer Direct.
Yeah, seems like a shoe-in.
It's got to be. I'd be shocked if Developer Direct was anything other than this: Halo, Fable, and Gears at this point.
Yeah,
I just feel that's the shoe-ins at this point.
Yeah.
Horizon, man, we love Forza Horizon.
It's I don't know, Josh. It's real good.
It's really real good. However, the rest of this wasn't as interesting. Flight Sim, there's a Japan World update coming. That's cool. It looked beautiful. I personally am not going to play Flight Sim again, but I did enjoy seeing that. I thought that was cool. Ninja Gaiden 4. I thought this was an interesting thing to show, and I'm really glad they showed it, but I wish that this would have been part of the E3 Summer Showcase presentation. Ninja Gaiden 4, their whole thing was about designing the difficulty. And I thought this was really, really good. So, it says here in the Xbox Wire article, the game stays true to its punishing roots while introducing a new hero mode and adjustable assists that can ease newcomers into the signature high-speed combat. A standalone training mode, which is a first for the series, lets players sharpen their skills before diving into battle. I'll say this, because literally there's an entire paragraph about the fucking sword models and the Design Lab controllers. So, I will say this. I really love that this game has a pussy mode, because I'll be playing it on pussy mode. I 100% was going to play like the opening couple of encounters and then probably call it a day, because I simply don't have Ninja Gaiden Black in my blood anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing that there is a hold your hand mode for this game makes me very excited to play it now, though.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. I want to play this. I'm excited to play with Ryu again. And I think this game looks phenomenal. I can't wait to play this.
Yeah, it looks great. I
fucking wait, man.
I mean, I played quite a bit of Toot Black when it came out, and that was great. And so having this modern kind of take on this, also like Platinum, they're great at combat, if nothing else, right? I think it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's going to be awesome too. I fully agree. And unfortunately, that ends our first party announcements, because nobody cares about 76. Camp revamps. Black Ops 7, there's a multiplayer map preview for maps set in Japan. I thought that was a nice touch of a way to, get it in touch with the community a little bit more there. There's an Age of Mythology announcement for Heavenly Spear, which is the next expansion, and it is set in Japan with new gods, monsters, powers, story, and more. 12 mission campaign focusing on Yasuko, a farmer's daughter who takes on a new destiny when she discovers a magical spear. So, and you will be fighting a ruthless warlord who seeks to imprison the sun goddess Amaterasu. So,
Yep.
Yep, cool. If you like Age of Mythology, I'm glad for you. In terms of partner games that were announced, 007 was here. That just got a huge thing at the last, or it got its own standalone state of play, I guess it was, like 2 weeks ago. And it's here. And let me tell you, this is great that it was here. Gemma Chan is in it. Gemma Chan's great.
Yeah.
We love Gemma Chan. If you've never seen Crazy Rich Asians, she's phenomenal. But she will be Selena Tan, MI6's head of tactical simulation. A senior MI6 official who leads tactical simulations, a program to train elite recruits. Formerly a psychology and strategy academic turned immersive tech expert, she now applies scientific precision and strategic insight to British intelligence. I'm so fucking stoked for this. This is like easily at the top of my games that I have to play at the beginning of next year.
Yeah, I think this game's gonna be.
If you've never played the Hitman games, I implore you to go play. We also got some Hitman stuff today. There's a Bruce Lee Hitman quest.
Yeah,
dude, just
Double Agent Bruce Lee.
IO is phenomenal. I fucking love IO, dude. I will buy every one of their games from now until the end of time. Animo, sure. Double Dragon Revive. I hope that some of you are excited for that. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 was here. That was a little interesting to me. The ocean floor area was revealed. Fatal Frame 2, Gungrave Gore Blood Heat. Say that 5 times fast. I do not care.
Yeah.
This
felt like
and I was like, what?
They always have like the. I'm not trying to sound mean, but they always have some of the weirdest announcements at Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, the weirdest Japanese games you can imagine. Speaking of weird Japanese games, Hotel Barcelona releases tomorrow. Was not expecting this to come out tomorrow. There are multiplayer modes in this game, apparently. But this is from Suiri and Suda51, so I feel like you might, if you know those guys, you know exactly what you're getting into with this game. I am 100% buying this.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to play this. I love Suiri and Suda. I think they're just so fucking weird.
It's definitely weird.
It's definitely weird. Monster Hunter Stories 3 got announced as coming to Xbox a couple weeks ago, and you know what? Then they realized, shit, we never brought 1 and 2 over, so let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
So those are both
Two's
coming
good.
on the 14th of November, with 3 coming out March 13th. And there is a discount if you go buy it right now.
Yeah. 2 is really good. I would recommend 2. It's fun.
Also, new amiibo coming for this game.
Wait, what did you say?
There's new amiibo coming for Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I bet they're like $65.
Sure, they
keep going. They just keep going up.
They'll go down to like $20.
Man, did you see all those $6 ones on GameStop this week?
Yeah, that's part of why I'm making the joke, because all the ones that were like $30-$40 at the Switch 2 launch are down to like 15 now.
Yeah. Well, it's because maybe nobody wants to pay $40 for a Street Fighter character nobody's heard of.
I would not even that. I would just rather buy an actual like statue of the character at that point.
Right.
So,
man.
from pretty much everything else, I'm just like, okay. Like, I wasn't super moved by anything else. I think Winterboro looks cool. It's a day one Game Pass game that could be really interesting. It tells the story of a young city mouse returning to the harsh winter wilderness. We see the mouse face hunger, cold, and other perils. Each verse of the rhyme being told offers guidance, from cooking stews to knitting sweaters and braving the forest. That could be really interesting. The other one that caught my eye, really like this one, Rhythm Doctor. I think that could be really interesting. Yeah. I like quirky rhythm games.
That was the one where they announced at the beginning of the trailer that it wasn't edited, right? At all.
Yes, it's a one-button game.
Oh, Balan Wonderworld 2.
Oh, God. Okay, well, hopefully this is better than Balan Wonderworld.
Well, you didn't like that game?
No. Oh. Anyways, I thought this showcase was real. I'm just gonna say it. I was so excited to see how this was gonna be. It was so bad.
Yeah,
it was so fucking bad.
Yeah, it was not great.
It be almost an hour long, but it was bad. It was bad. This is where I would have like saved one of the Final Fantasy announcements for.
Just think, if they didn't travel to Japan with like 100 people, they could have not raised the price of the Xbox.
Dude, I'm just gonna say it. Like, their social media manager should have Aaron Greenberg's job. Stein was posting pictures of the Ally X in Shibuya Crossing, and I was like, yeah, that's what you do if you go to fucking Japan.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Stresses me out, man. It's just,
they did announce really 2 games that's coming to Game Pass: Winterboro and a game called Terminal Brigade, which I couldn't begin. Oh yeah, it's the one that looks like a Fortnite and Overwatch ripoff. It looks really bad, and obviously Forza Horizon 6. So, all right. I do want to say something that Sarah Bond showed up in the Sarah Bond and Matt Booty. Matt Booty has the charisma of sandpaper, by the way.
Yeah.
That dude talks like a fucking businessman, and I hate it. Like a bored businessman too.
Yeah.
So,
where did he come from?
I have no idea. We need to do opposition research on Matt Booty's lineage.
I mean, he came from. God, I don't think he even. Hold on, Matt Booty.
Yeah, I'm fucking Googling him too now. Oh, I'm going to his LinkedIn. Fuck this guy. All right,
LinkedIn. Yeah,
I am. I swear to God,
I'm on his LinkedIn.
Oh, I can't see it.
He was.
Oh, he came from Midway. Oh no,
yeah, that's where he came from. Yeah, that's where he came from. I knew he came from somewhere that closed down. I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, that explains so much. Oh God. Oh, that's made it even worse. Okay, so.
You shouldn't have looked that up, Josh.
I should not have. So Sarah Bond claimed during the show that Asia is now the fastest growing region for Xbox. Yeah, you're not selling units anywhere else. That might be the only place in the world they're still semi-affordable and in stock.
Yeah, they sold 126 units last week.
Oh boy, yep, that's probably more than they sold in the U.S. I'm not even joking.
I mean, so I look up the numbers every week for PowBlock for console sales to see if they're worth posting
Mhm.
or talking about on that show, and like it always shows like the best selling consoles. The DS not the 3DS, the DS outsold the Xbox Series consoles.
And these are brand new consoles, by the way.
Yeah, I just
That's so fucking funny to me. So
yeah,
fucking funny.
I was
But
like, it's like
Sarabond gave a full. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's so funny because you see like PlayStation 15,000 units,
Still
Switch
not
2 20, 25, 30,000 units or whatever. It's probably more than that. Switch 1 20,000 units, and then Xbox 126 units. It's like it looks like a misprint with how small the Xbox numbers are compared to everything else. Oh,
It's so funny. Like everybody basically had the exact same reaction as us, by the way, that I saw online.
mhm.
But Sarah Bond elaborated a tiny bit on the official Xbox podcast that went live afterwards. It was a 10-minute podcast because they didn't have anything to discuss.
Why do you do that?
Today, Asia is actually our fastest growing region at Xbox. We had over 300 indie developers from Asia who launched their games on Xbox this last year. 500 we are currently working with. It's been great to bring games from this region of the world, from Asia and Japan, to Xbox fans around the world. Oh, that is the most cookie cutter PR thing I've ever read. Holy shit.
Also, it totally sounded like all of their speeches were written by an AI.
Oh, dude, listen, they got to justify that open AI deal somehow.
You know how you can tell that it's AI is every time they say
because Phil Spencer isn't up there.
Yeah. From this to this to this to this to this to this. It's like, yeah, okay.
From this to this to this. That's how Matt Booty reminds me of like fucking Squidward, dude.
Yeah, he's not great.
Who would you rather trust with the future of Xbox? Matt Booty or Aaron Greenberg?
Oh my god. I mean,
it's got to be the Booty.
I mean, at least he posts things that are relevant.
It's true. He doesn't talk about, look at this cool ass sword we made. I'm sorry. I'm not letting that one go. That bothers me so fucking much.
Dude, Aaron Greenberg must have so much dirt on all of them that to keep his job.
Seriously, does he have like nudies of Satya on his phone or something? Like,
right.
Come on, man. Like, what does he have?
Yeah.
Does he have like their voting records or something?
Right. Like what does he have on them where he just gets to keep his job like this? Like,
dude. the next summer showcase, they're gonna be like, we've got one more thing that we're so excited about from a legendary franchise here at Xbox, and the lights are gonna dim, and it's gonna go world premiere, and it's just you're gonna see like this silhouette, right? And you're gonna be like, is that Jack Black? Are we about to get the announcement for the Minecraft movie 2? It's gonna be Aaron Greenberg stepping into the light, and he's gonna be like showing off some fucking Nerf Lancer or something.
No,
like, yeah, use the power of Xbox, guys. I'm gonna go post about this on social media, and you can't buy this either, fuckers.
No, it's just Aaron Greenberg, the developer.
It's also a controller.
The pre-show to the developer direct is just going to be Aaron Greenberg looking through a scrapbook of all the pictures he's taken in places that have nothing to do with Xbox.
It's gonna be like he's gonna show his office. We all hyper analyzed Phil's shelf.
Yeah.
They're gonna show Aaron's shelf one day. And it's gonna be all the fucking controllers we've never been able to buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it's gonna be.
In like the special edition consoles that they did for giveaways and not buy.
I saw one of the special edition consoles that like you had to win that you've never been able to buy.
Uh-huh.
There is one in a resale shop up here. I was so disappointed. Like this guy.
Which one was it?
So, okay, a little bit of preface. I have been hunting the Burger King games for a while. I don't want to pay the exuberant eBay prices.
Oh, dude, I have them. Do you want them?
Yes, I do, actually. I want Sneak King just to have it, honestly.
All right, well, I'll dig them out and send them to you.
God bless you. But I've been going to retro shops, like, for years trying to find these, and I've never found them, right? Mm-hmm. They used to be everywhere, and now they're not, because people just they're not selling 360 games anymore, even at retro shops. And I was looking in the Xbox case, and this guy was like, one of the workers was like, oh, big Xbox guy? I was like, yeah, I'm kind of looking for like Sneak King and stuff. He's like, oh yeah. He goes, we get that like every couple months, and it sells out the same day, like every single time. It just sells right away. And he was like, we actually have some rare consoles. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, I kind of want to see them. And so he takes me over to a case and he's showing me. And I started dying because he was like, yeah, we've got one of those contest ones that was like, there's only 10 in the world. And so I'm thinking I'm going to see like one of those like super awesome, like the Diablo ones that you can't even play. Like, I'm thinking I'm going to see one of those.
Yeah.
It was the fucking Bing Xbox One.
Of course it was.
And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, I love getting people with that. He was like, we've had that in the case for like 4 years and can't sell it.
That's amazing.
He's like, we don't even have a price on it. He was like, we tell you to come ask us because we truly don't know what we would ever sell it for.
That's amazing. That's so.
He's like, we kind of consider it the store's mascot at this point.
That's so awesome.
It's like in the back corner of the case too. That like, if you're just looking at it, you're probably not going to see it. It's like fucking Wheezy in like Toy Story 2 behind the book when Andy's mom goes to throw him away.
That's so awesome.
Oh, it was so funny. I didn't know it was funnier if that was or the $140 Forza Horizon 5 controller sealed in box. I didn't know which one was funnier, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
they did have Donkey Kong Jungle Beat with the bongos, though.
I mean, those will be on NSO soon. You'll be able to buy the bongos soon for NSO.
Oh God,
wireless ones.
Are you buying a Virtual Boy, Gory?
I mean,
we know Ed is. Are you buying one?
I run a Nintendo podcast, so
Corey, if you spend $100 on glorified cardboard, I'm going to judge you.
No, I'm not buying the cardboard version. I'm going to buy the plastic one.
I'm still going to judge you. That might be worse.
I mean, look, man.
To play 10 games.
14, dude. Come on.
I can get you high quality ROMs, and you don't have to destroy your back or eyesight.
But first of all, Josh, my back is already destroyed. Second of all, I want stereoscopic 3D. I want to put my Switch 2 in a plastic box.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
I'm gonna wear the Virtual Boy on this on the episode when it comes out.
I just hate absolutely everything that is happening right now.
I can't wait for them to sell the controller with 2 D-pads on it.
Oh boy.
That's the Virtual Boy controller. I don't know if you've ever seen one in person.
I have seen one in person, actually. I'm pretty sure I saw it at the Smithsonian, funny enough.
It's so funny. I love it.
They had a whole video game exhibit when I was there like 12 years ago. I'm sure it's been removed now, but
yeah, it's along with the Tylenol history of Tylenol. And
oh my god, dude, I'm not gonna make some of the Tylenol jokes that I have seen that have been shared in Discords, but holy shit, dude, it's been a long time since I laughed that hard at memes that I was getting bombarded with them at work yesterday and today, and I was reading them at lunch, and the whole lunchroom was just staring at me because I was just cackling. It's so funny. I've got a few to share with you off the air. Off the air.
Oh no.
Nobody cancel me. All right, we're gonna fly through State of Play and Nintendo Direct super fast. Just because God, I gotta go to bed. Obviously, the 2 headliners. They bookended it with 2 amazing looking games. Soros, which I'm not as sold on because it looks more like more of Returnal, which I fucking hated.
I mean, I feel like that's,
and it's because I'm bad at it. Before anybody asks, it's because I'm bad at it.
I feel like it is the spiritual successor to Returnal.
It is, right? Which is really cool in a way. But man, Wolverine looks phenomenal. Holy shit.
Dude, it's so violent.
It is so violent. Soros is the spiritual successor to Returnal. This is the spiritual successor to X-Men Origins Wolverine for the 360.
I mean, they definitely took the right inspiration for it.
Dude, like, there's no way that this isn't rated M, obviously. But, like, I guess I run into a little bit of a problem with this. Like, I don't think it's wrong to have, like, adult adaptations of characters, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But when a character that is traditionally in like very family facing media is put into something like that, it makes me like kind of like raise my eyebrow a little bit, like doing my best like Count Olaf at them. And I'm like, I don't know about this, guys. I'm super stoked to play this because I love Insomniac. I like what they've done with Spider-Man. I'm very excited to see how this looks awesome.
Yeah.
This game looks awesome.
My son saw like the cover art
Oh
because
no.
he's watched me play Spider-Man. Like
Yeah.
he loves
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and he loves like we watched the entire run of the X-Men animated
Yep.
series together, and he loves the X-Men. He loves Wolverine, and he's like, Wolverine. I'm like, yeah, buddy, it's a new game. This was before I even watched the trailer.
Yeah.
But I had seen images online. He's like, is that a video game? I'm like, yeah, but I don't think it's for kids, buddy. He's like, but why? I'm like,
Yeah, it really frustrates me that out of the three pieces of media that we've gotten Wolverine in prominently over the last 18 months, one of them is family friendly, and the other two are 100% things you should not let your children engage with at all.
mhm.
And it's this and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I very harshly judged the parents who brought their 7 and 8 year olds to come see it when Ray and I saw it opening weekend.
what, Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't
That that's
understand.
always that's always been my misgiving about making ultra dark versions of characters like this and then putting those movies in like the theaters or making games like that. Like I think that the Arkham series is one thing for Batman, right? Like those are pretty dark, but those are still rated T.
Yeah,
Then you have something like this that is so blatantly rated M. And I know, like, listen, it's going to sell gangbusters. That's not the thing here, right? There's
mhm.
surely going to be kids who play this. There are going to be parents who buy this and are like, why is a Wolverine game rated for 17 and older? And then they're going to see that first execution and be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I look forward to seeing all the fake outrage about it.
I
That
I'm really excited though for it.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people had reservations about it, obviously,
I
because
did.
like
I
you know
100% did.
because it's been rumored. It was announced so long ago, and then Insomniac is like
21.
they're a great studio, right? But
Yep.
like Spider-Man and Ratchet are not are not this, right? So
No.
there's a lot
This
going
is
in.
the most adult thing that they've made since Resistance.
Yeah. And
So
I would argue Resistance, like, I mean, it is adult theme, but it is not this either.
that was their first attempt at an adult game.
Yeah.
So,
Don't forget
uh,
Fuse.
so that is coming out. They're saying fall 2026. A lot of us believe it's going to be, and I would say especially if GTA gets pushed to next fall. I think that this moves to like Q1 or Q2 2027. Honestly,
Yeah.
they got to make sure that this is absolutely ready to go before they put it out.
Hmm.
Um, I will say, so this was kind of cool. This is the first time that Microsoft has ever been in a state of play.
Yeah.
Flight Sim was there, which we kind of all expected. Really cool. PSVR 2 mode coming. This is coming out December 8th. I think
That's
that's
cool.
actually really awesome.
Yeah. That's really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
there's the VR mode on PC
I
too,
would
though, right?
play this
So
if I had PSVR, I would 100% play this.
it's cool. I like the fact that, I mean,
I
not that
like that they
Microsoft
are
isn't
getting the
trying on
freedom
Xbox,
to
but
do
like,
this.
not that Xbox isn't trying on on their own platform or
Sure.
anything, but like, I like that they are actually taking the steps to make this feel like a proper release for another
Yes.
platform instead of
And
just a
PS5
port.
enhanced or PS5 Pro enhanced also like yeah. No, dubs all around. Dubs in the chat.
Yep.
Let's see. We saw more Battlefield 6. That comes out in like 2 weeks though. Halloween got announced. God, that's coming out September 6th, 2026.
It's quite the
The next game from Disco Elysium's developer, ZAUM, got announced or shown. Zero Parades for Dead Spies. I need to see more of this. I was intrigued by this, but I need to see more, and there's been a lot of controversy around this studio since Disco Elysium came out.
yeah.
Neo 3 launch date February 6th, 2026. That's going to be big. Code Vein 2, blah blah blah. Crimson Desert is coming out March 2026. And I want to say that was it. Oh, the laziest DualSense ever.
Oh, the God of War one.
Yes, the one that literally has a red line.
Yeah. It's like
This thing looks terrible.
it's like it's like
If you pay $85 for this, you deserve this.
You know what I thought of when I saw that? Actually, I don't know if you've ever. I'm sure you have the Jim Gaffigan Hot Pocket jokes.
Yes.
And like the part where he makes fun of the guy that wrote the jingle for Hot Pockets and how he like was half asleep coming up with it. Whoever did this like had a red pen in their hand when they fell asleep with a white controller on their desk, and this is what
It's so bad. It's so bad in comparison to the Spider-Man one that we got, which I also thought was like kind of lazy at the time, and now I'm like, damn, that looks so much better than this. The Astrobot controllers are phenomenal. I really like the Helldivers one too, and I think that Death Stranding. I think they did one for Death Stranding also. That, if I'm remembering correctly, like looked pretty nice. Like they've been killing it on the PS5 controllers, and I saw people like praising this, and I'm like, why? Why are we praising this? The other one that they made for Ragnarok also looked bad, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yep. If you like this, keep it to yourself. Real quick, Nintendo did a Nintendo Direct. Last week? 2 weeks ago? They did it right after our last episode. So I'm just gonna fly through this extremely fast. Obviously, Mario Galaxy movie. Everybody knows about that. I see no way that this actually comes out in April, but. Sure, I'm willing to be proven wrong. Another egregious overprice on old Nintendo Wii games. Mario Tennis Fever, though, Corey. This is the big announcement. Mario Tennis Fever.
Great.
Nothing
I can't wait to not play it.
I can't. I kid you not. This will probably be my most played game on the Switch next year, short of Fire Emblem. I'm not even remotely joking.
Dude, I can't wait for Fire Emblem.
Dude, I'm so fucking excited. It's clearly a follow up to Three Houses. Also,
I know. I mean, God,
I can't wait. That was like the perfect thing to end. That was, we joked that people were like, "Oh, we're gonna get another Smash Bros. Announced." We kind of did. There's another Fire Emblem. There's gonna be another Smash Brothers now. Sakurai has to put like 6 characters from this game in the next Smash.
Yeah, dude.
Also, go ahead. I have something to say about Sakurai when we get a minute.
Man, dude, the fact that like. I was like, okay, I don't really know how I feel about like the Greek theme, whatever. But obviously, the more I watch it, the more I'm like, okay, well, it's gonna be Fire Emblem, it's gonna be great. But like at the end, when they showed the throne room and then they showed Sothis like literally like sitting there,
did you
like,
forget about me? Oh my god, dude!
No, I haven't forgot about you. I've been thinking about you since the day the game came out.
I shrieked. Oh, I was so excited. I shrieked, dude. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And then you go back and you start seeing the resemblance in certain characters and the new characters, and you're like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing.
Dude, Three Houses is just one of the best Switch games. Straight up.
I re-downloaded Three Houses the moment that trailer was over.
I love it. It's going to get me to go play Three Hopes finally. I've had it sit on my shelf for years. Nope, I'm playing it. I want an excuse to go back to that world, even if it's alternate. I don't care.
I mean, it's not the alternate thing that breaks it. It's a Warriors game, man.
Speaking of other things that I thought would never see the light of day, Metroid Prime 4, December 4th.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about Samus with a bike in the most bland-ass desert of all time?
I don't really understand why she has a motorcycle. I asked LeRon, who's like one of the biggest Metroid fans that I know. He's like, yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, nobody I know, nobody I asked has known.
Also, that amiibo is $50.
This game is one of those that I feel like it is the ultimate like here damn game of all time from Nintendo, because like, man, it doesn't look finished from the bike parts that we saw. And I think that they are just at a point where they're like, okay, we're just going to put this out. Like, I saw people, and this is where I got to go on my Sakurai rant. They announced that they're bringing a second Kirby Air Riders Direct. What does we talk? Aaron Greenberg, like, what the fuck does Sakurai have on the executives at Nintendo?
Something, like, because they announced a new president today.
Like, bro, Jesus Christ. We didn't need a first one. Why do we need a second one?
Right, it's Kirby Air Riders. It's not like some big new like IP franchise thing.
We're not going in depth on a new 3D Mario or like Breath of the Wild or something like that. Like
they didn't even do this for Donkey Kong. Like
Donkey Kong got like a 10-minute direct, I think.
Yeah, it was 12. It was 12 minutes.
I love how precise they are, like in their timings too. Like this will be 7 minutes long.
Yeah,
dude, this is gonna be like another half hour.
45 minute. It's 45 minutes. The last one was 45 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant the second one. I knew the first one was that long, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, 45 minutes is longer than I'll ever spend thinking about this game.
I mean,
so
look, I liked Kirby's Air Ride on.
Yeah,
GameCube,
I liked it too because I was 10 years old.
I'm like, I didn't ever think or care if we got another one. I was like, if you putting the first game on NSO would have been
like on the Wii with like motion controls. Yeah, I probably would have cared because I was at the age where I would have cared. Yeah, I'm a grown ass man with a beard now, Corey. Like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have just put the first one on NSO, I would have been like, okay, that's fine.
Corey, we have procreated since this game came out. We are not going down the Air Riders rabbit hole again.
Yeah.
This is not happening.
My kids like Kirby, though.
Well, I'm glad that your kids are going to spend 70 of your hard-earned buckaroos. Are you going to buy them the 2-part amiibos that are $50 fucking dollars?
No, I'm not.
Holy shit, dude.
I was like, I didn't know Skylanders was back. Jesus Christ.
Dude, that is just... We spent a lot of time complaining about Xbox's pricing, but Nintendo's is just as goddamn bad with these amiibo.
Dude, they're more than half the games that come out. Those amiibo are more than the upgrade packs for Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah,
think about
like,
that.
Listen, I'm officially done complaining about upgrade packs until the next time I complain about them, because holy god, dude, $50 amiibo, like what fucking world do we live in? Are you excited to play Pokemon Pokopia though?
I'm not, but I know a lot of people seem to be.
That's unbelievable. You
don't want to play as a Ditto who turns into a little girl who turns into like creepy versions of Pokemon?
I guess so. I don't know. It looks terrible though. That looks terrible. I will play Age of Imprisonment at some point. I'm just kind of like lightning flying through this stuff. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book looks great. I'll be a 4-year-old again with that game because I love Yoshi games and how easy they are and simplistic.
My son is really excited because we've been playing through Yoshi's Crafted World on Switch.
Yoshi's Crafted World is so good though.
Yeah, and he loves it. He loves it so much.
I like Yoshi's Crafted World a lot. I bought it for Chelsea several Christmases ago. And I played through it and I loved it. Tamagotchi Life creeps me the fuck out.
God, what's this weird AI text-to-speech voice they got going on?
I don't know. Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC, that's already out.
Heard it was not very good.
That doesn't surprise me. It didn't look very good. The one that one of the announcements we really care about though, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is coming out January 22nd for both the Switch 2 and the Xbox.
Yeah, I'm quite excited for that.
I'm excited about this as well, and also like the full confirmation that it's obviously been talked about before, but the full actual spoken out confirmation that yes, both consoles will be getting Rebirth and Part 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, that's cool. The big one for me, this is my big announcement of the whole thing. As excited as I was to see Monster Hunter Stories 3, to see Resident Evil, a mainline Resident Evil game be at Switch at launch, I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hades 2, man, tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, Hades 2. Or today. I was wrong, it's today. Oh god, I gotta buy it before I go to bed. I'm so excited.
Josh isn't going to bed. He's playing Hades now, guys.
This is the first like actual game I'm going to play on my Switch 2 since Mario Kart World the first week it came out.
I bought
Bravely Default HD and then never touched it.
Can I rant about Mario Kart real quick?
Very quickly, yes.
I don't like Mario Kart World.
I don't either. I like parts of it, and then I play it for more than like 20 minutes and I start hating it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't like the racing in it. I like the open world.
See, I don't like any of it. I think Mario Kart 8 is far superior.
I think Double Dash is still the best one.
But I am also the person that said I'm not a Mario Kart person except for Mario Kart 8. So, and Mario Kart DS is also great. Anyways, that was my rant.
That's true. I have very strong feelings, but we will save that for a more Nintendo focused podcast to spare all of you. Anything that you've been playing that you want to hit on like ultra lightning fast?
I mean, I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws. It's pretty good. It's I really don't know what to say. It's scratching that Assassin's Creed itch that I've been wanting, but not wanting to start Valhalla or Mirage or Shadows.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been wanting to play this for a while, and it was $40 on Switch too, and I was like, well,
I love Kay and Nyx.
Dude, Kay Vess is one of the coolest characters. Like,
Nyx
I know
is one of my all-time favorite video game companions, just straight up.
I mean, I know Star Wars movies are like hit or miss these days, well, to say the least, but like they're killing it in games right now. Like between the Jedi games and this, and you know, the re-releases of older games, like I feel like Star Wars in games is in a great place right now.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting game. Of course, I only played it when it was busted, so I need to go back and actually finish it. But I do like it, and I have the DLC because I bought the gold edition. Which is part of why I don't want to buy it again. I paid $100 for this game up front.
Yeah, that you did do that.
So I want to finish that up. Only thing I've been playing, I haven't really been playing much at all. I started a new job. For those of you who only listen to this show, not Tower Casuals, I did start a new job 2 weeks ago, so I've been very, very busy with that. Getting
Turns
set
out
up to work from home.
Work prevents you from playing video games.
Turns out working in an office prevents you. Not having contract work anymore is like killing my game consumption time. So I can't sit here and like bullshit half my afternoon away whenever I feel like it. But I will be this weekend playing some Fortnite to check out the Daft Punk experience. I'm very excited about that. That looks really rad. They showed off a teaser of that today.
Speaking of Fortnite, I did complete the Power Rangers Battle Pass thing.
I did not complete the Battle Pass yet, but I do have my Megazord unlocked, so that's all that matters.
The skins.
I'm not a Power Rangers fan. I just wanted a big ass robot.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's one of the major draws of Power Rangers.
Honestly, I've just been watching TV when I come home.
I mean,
like in the evenings, because I'm just like mentally drained and don't feel like anything. And I'm playing a lot of Magic. So,
with your Final Fantasy deck,
with my Spider-Man cards.
Ooh, Spider-Man!
I got Spider-Mans.
The Spider-Mans.
Yes, for those of you watching, you can see that I got one of the reprint cards, which is this one here in the front, which uses all comic art, and then this is an alternate art for Black Cat. Not a super rare card or anything, but has this awesome like comic book panel looking thing. I did pull like a $300 card out of one of my packs last Friday.
Ooh.
It is a Venom that I'll have to show it on the next episode, but it is a Venom that is on one side it shows like comic art of Eddie Brock, and on the other side it is an actual like Venom comic book cover that is a Magic card.
That is awesome.
It's very cool. I'll send you a picture of it tomorrow or something, but I'll show it on the next episode of Tower Casuals. I'll show it. I got a J. Jonah Jameson also.
Nice.
Very excited to put J. Jonah in my Final Fantasy decks.
Nice.
But yeah, that's just kind of what I've been doing, and I think that's gonna do it for me tonight.
Yeah,
I talked a lot, and I had a lot more energy than I thought I was gonna have coming into this. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, you know, Josh, sometimes, you know, Xbox will do that to you. Getting angry about price hikes.
Getting angry about Aaron Greenberg and pricing.
Oh my god, dude. On that note. I want to thank everybody out there for watching or listening to this episode of Xbox Casuals. You can check us out every other Friday on your podcast service of choice. You can check out our sister show, Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast, if you're still playing that. Which
Jesus Christ
feels like a lot of people have recently been cut off from that. I don't know if you saw that, Josh.
I did, and we'll have to address that next week because I actually know why it happened.
Yeah. I mean, I do too, but it's not a great look on top of another.
It's not. The 2 days before the Epic Raid, not a good look.
Yeah. So, give us a rating and a nice review. Check out our other stuff. Josh, thank you again for your time, as always. You are much appreciated. And everybody out there, we appreciate you for listening. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.